Aran was a man known for his fiery temper and loud complaints. He was a farmer who toiled under the sun every day, yet felt life was unkind to him. His frustrations were many: the stubbornness of his oxen, the unpredictable weather, and a meager yield of his crops. His loud outbursts were a common sound in the village, echoing through the fields and disturbing the peace. One day, news spread that a revered sage, Gautama Buddha, was to visit their village. Aran, intrigued but doubtful, decided to see this Buddha everyone spoke of. He found Buddha seated under a large banyan tree, surrounded by a small group of villagers. His presence exuded a profound calm that contrasted sharply with Aran's inner turmoil. Aran stood at the edge of the group, arms crossed and skepticism clear on his face. After the session, as the villagers dispersed, Aran approached Buddha. "Master," he began, "I hear you speak of peace and tranquility, but my life is filled with noise and struggle. How can silence help me when my problems are so loud?" Buddha looked at him with serene eyes and replied, "Come, sit with me. Silence is not the absence of sound, but the space in which clarity and understanding emerge." Aran hesitated, but then sat down beside Buddha. The calmness around Buddha was palpable, and for the first time in a long while, Aran felt a flicker of hope. Over the next few days, Aran visited Buddha regularly. He was taught to observe his thoughts without reacting, to listen without interrupting, and to spend moments in complete silence, embracing the sounds of nature. "Silence is a mirror, Aran," Buddha explained. "It shows you the true nature of your mind. When you are silent, you can see your thoughts clearly, and only then can you understand and transform them." At first, Aran found it difficult. His mind was a storm of thoughts, each demanding attention. But gradually, with practice, he began to find moments of peace. His outbursts became less frequent, and his perspective started to shift. In one session, Buddha guided Aran to a nearby river. They sat by its bank, listening to the gentle flow of water and the rustle of leaves. "Let your mind be like this river," Buddha said. "It flows effortlessly, navigating obstacles with grace." Aran closed his eyes and listened. At first, his thoughts were noisy and chaotic, but slowly, they began to settle. He could hear the subtle sounds of nature, which he had often overlooked in his daily frustrations. The chirping of birds, the rustling of leaves, and the gentle breeze became his focus. Aran's neighbors noticed the change. He was calmer, more patient, and seemed to radiate a quiet strength. His relationships improved, and even his crops seemed to respond better to his newfound tranquility. He learned to handle his oxen with gentleness, and they responded with less resistance. The weather's unpredictability no longer drove him to despair, but was met with a calm acceptance. His silence became a powerful tool, enabling him to navigate life's challenges with grace. One day, a severe storm threatened to destroy his crops. The old Aran would have raged against the skies, but this time, he stood silently by his fields, watching the storm with a quiet mind. When the storm passed, he calmly assessed the damage and took steps to salvage what he could. His fellow villagers were amazed. "Aran, how did you remain so calm?" they asked. Aran smiled and replied, "I have learned the power of silence. It has given me the strength to face my challenges with clarity." Months passed, and Aran's transformation was complete. He approached Buddha once more, this time with gratitude. "Master, your teachings have changed my life. The silence within me has brought a clarity I never thought possible." Buddha smiled and said, "The answers were always within you. Aran's silence helped you hear them. Continue to cultivate it, and you will find peace even amidst chaos." Aran bowed respectfully, his heart filled with gratitude. He realized that silence was not just a tool for peace, but a way to connect with his inner self and the world around him. From that day forward, Aran lived a life of balance and tranquility. His fields flourished, his relationships thrived, and he became a beacon of peace in his village. The teachings of Buddha had not only transformed his life, but also inspired others to seek the power of silence in their own lives. The village prospered, not just in wealth but in wisdom, all thanks to the power of silence and the teachings of Buddha.